All right, and welcome back to another session of Soaping with Nathan. And today we've got backup on Wanda, the water heater. Just like, I cannot wait for you to shut off because I got things to do. Okay, today we're making Blackwood, which is a remake. It's a coconut milk soap, but it's a charcoal soap. And so that was the big thing that I wanted to show is how to make a charcoal soap. So making a charcoal soap is actually easier than you might think, but I think the key to making a charcoal soap is to add your charcoal early. So, and add it and stick blend it all in because activated charcoal can have a tendency to clump. So you want to make sure it's stick blended so good. But let's get started, shall we? By the end of this, hopefully you will have more confidence to make a charcoal soap or just a soap that we use. There's a single color soap because you could use the same technique for a single color soap. Like adding your mica in early to the oils, your coconut milk. That's what my favorite method is, just add everything into the oils first and then let it go. So let's get going. All right, and we're back. And so normally I would just do this process already before I get started, but I've got my coconut milk in here. And I've got my 36% lye solution right here with Tessa Silk in it and a whole bunch of lye lint, because that's what just happens. But I'm using activated charcoal from Nurture Soap. I like Nurture Soap's activated charcoal a lot. And I'm wearing a mask right now. So this stuff can get airborne pretty easily. So you just want to make sure that when you're working with activated charcoal that you are properly protected. And the same goes because, you know, you're dealing with fumes and oils and whatever. So we're making just a solid black activated charcoal soap. And then we're going to add some Maya Gold to the top because we're what? A gold floozy. And you can't see that I'm wearing my gold floozy apron right now, but I really am. And then we're scenting it in sort of a Palo Santo type scent. Oh, Wanda, thank you so much. You decided to turn off, huh? Okay. So I'm going to add my activated charcoal to my oils before I add my lye. And this can be a little challenging because black, it'll be harder to tell when soap is at the correct trace. But because it's a solid color soap, we're going to be okay, I think. I just did my temperatures. My lye has been sitting for longer because I made 2 batches of soap today. This is 75 degrees and my oils are about 84-ish. So this can get a little messy. And the harder I try to open this activated charcoal, the harder it is to open. So you just have to barely turn it for some reason. The lid comes right off. Okay, so we're gonna go on the higher scale. So on this soap, I generally do 1 tablespoon per pound of oils. And so we've got about 6 pounds of oils in here. And so I'm gonna try 5 to 6 of these, depending on if I've got enough. So I've got 1, and this can be messy. So I'm gonna try and mix it in with my, and you can see a little bit of this is airborne already. 2. And as you know, activated charcoal is real good for drying out impurities. 3, I might be able to get to 5 with the amount I have, and that's okay. Because if I go with 6, it's going to be like a dark black bar. And with a really dark colored bar, the lather can be a different color, and sometimes people don't like that. So I think I'm just going to try 5 today. My last batch I did 6. I'm going to try 5, because that's, honestly, like, that's a lot of activated charcoal. And it's going to lather probably great anyways, but we're using it. So we're making a charcoal soap. Put that away. Okay, so this is the part that I struggle with because I got to get this inside, and the activated charcoal does not like to go down inside. If I try and stick blend it, it doesn't seem to go down either. So I'm just going to try and get this to like fall down. Activated charcoal makes such a mess. It really does. It's such a messy, even when you're trying to be like super clean about it, it's just a messy, she's a messy girl. We're trying to avoid bubbles, but for whatever reason, adding activated charcoal to soap, it makes your oils like bubble. It's weird. Other soap makers, you might know what I'm talking about. So I'm just trying to get this most of the way in, and then we'll put our stick blender in. Because I'm just trying to get this mostly into the oil so that because if I try and stick blend it early, it just like sticks to the stick blender and it's no fun. So the last time I made this soap, I mixed up the activated charcoal inside a little cup, and then I put the cup in the sink. And I ran water over it, and it made black spots and charcoal all over my sink. And Brandon was trying to clean it, and it was not good. So using activated charcoal, you definitely want to be careful. You want to make sure you've got a mask on, and you want to make sure that you're being very careful with where it goes. Specifically, because if you just put this like oil, like activated charcoal and oil like in your sink, man, it is going to be such a hard time getting it off. Okay, so I've got bubbles here around the edges that hopefully are going to fade after I stick blend it. See, you can already see it's everywhere. Okay, we've got some chunks still hanging out here on the top. I'm going to tap this, try and get all my bubbles out of here. As you know, Bubble City. I'm not someone who likes bubbles in their soap. Especially with a solid bar, I'm like, I can do a solid bar with no bubbles, right? But I see some bubbles here on the corner, and I'm gonna still try to have them go away by the time this is fully blended. So I'm going to blend this for quite a while because activated charcoal can be such a jerk. I don't want people who have worked with activated charcoal have probably had specks in their soap. It's kind of like titanium dioxide. It can be really annoying. It's also slightly gritty, so as I'm stick blending it, I can hear that. But stick blending it into your oils first is going to be the best way, in my opinion, to get rid of any of the... It's going to make the best, like, smoothness. Like, you're not going to have any specks, and it's just going to make a gorgeous, consistent bar. And it looks like most of the bubbles are actually fading. Like, I don't see any more. The mixture is looking really nice. Okay, my arm is tired. Oh, I shouldn't have taken that out because we definitely don't want to move this around. Like, this doesn't leave the bucket. This needs to stay in the bucket. I was going to try and scrape the sides, but we can scrape the sides later. This stays in the bucket. We do not want to make a mess. Okay. So we're going to strain our oil, our lye here. Like I mentioned earlier, 36%. I like 36%. I mentioned it in all my other videos because 36% is like right when you start seeing less soda ash. Like, if you got problems with soda ash in your soap, it probably means you have too much water, or your soap hasn't been emulsified enough, or it hasn't gotten hot enough, or there's a lot of reasons. So, first and foremost is water. You got too much water. And I'll let this, tap this a little bit, see if I can get rid of any more bubbles, because I want this soap to be bubble-free. Okay. And now we're going to pour in our lye solution. This is a lot harder with a black soap to tell when it's fully emulsified. But bonus, is that we're just doing a solid color soap. So it's not like this design is very hard, you know? So I find that when I do lower or higher lye solutions, like 36%, if I was doing 33%, I would have a lot less lye lint, and I don't know why. It's just maybe more reaction to the air. That's probably why. Okay, it's mostly there. Okay, let's put this away and get some water running on here. Oh, I made my sink too full. Boo for me. Oh, I got it in there. Great. Press some water on that just for a second. Okay. Gonna stir this up. Reach over. Again, trying to avoid air bubbles. All right, I think we're stirred up relatively well. Here we go. This is where like head counts can really matter. Like just knowing your recipe and knowing how long you stick blend it typically can be really helpful. And then looking for the gloss on the top. Like right now, it's feeling a little thick because my lye solution was a little bit colder. It was 75 degrees. So I have a little bit of separation I can see based off of the shine off the top of the soap. So this is really useful because once it kind of glosses back out, I'll know that it's ready, right? I'm actually gonna stick blend in my fragrance today. And I've been stick blending in my fragrances a little bit more. Oh yeah, we've got a lot of separation on top. We're not there yet. But my arm is already really tired. I've been making soap for a couple hours today and my arm gets a workout. Ooh, it just did something. It like changed on the top and it suddenly became glossy. That was really cool. I've not seen that before. Okay. This glare is really helping. Okay, I'm gonna add in my fragrance. This fragrance I use a little bit more of because it can be kind of light. But last time I used 4% and it was a little light, and then I used 5% and I was like, yes, 5% is just right for this one. But it's very earthy. This one generally behaves pretty well. Last time I did it, I think it actually sped up a little bit, so we'll see. I don't necessarily mind because we're gonna put gold on the top, and if this is a little thicker, so be it. It means it'll get less soda ash. Oh, my arm. I'm stick blending it a little bit more than I normally do because I just want to make sure that it's all the way there. And this design is not super hard. It's just pouring it into the mold. Avoiding soda ash, all those things. Maybe 10 more seconds, and this is way more than I normally do. Okay. Looking good. Gonna move this out the way. And I got it over. Yay, I didn't spill. Ooh, that feels, but I did get black all everywhere. Oh gosh, stick blenders, I hate you. Okay, this is looking thicker. It's already at a light trace. This is ready to go. I can tell based off of light trace. So this should pour nicely. Don't want to incorporate any air bubbles here. Let me get my mold. Yep, and the way that it kind of stopped. Yes, this is ready to go. Hopefully it's going to be a gorgeous pour. I'm going to put down my spatula. We're going to pour over that to try and break any air bubbles because we don't want any. Look at that gorgeousness. It's just so luscious. Like going farther and farther up this spatula. Like, ooh, okay, that's good. You can see it's a little thicker. Like, get out of the way of the camera. I can't see anything. I think this bar is going to be super smooth. All right, we're going to move this out of the way. Just going to go ahead and make sure that we're getting that good. We're going to even it out a little bit. Smack it! Smack it! All right. Man, this stuff gets everywhere. Okay, because the top of this already, if you touch it, it sets up okay. I think I'm gonna add my gold now. I could wait a little longer and you actually get a better texture when this is slightly set up, in my opinion, with the gold. Just give it maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So how are you today? So, what you can do is you could cover this for a bit if you wanted. Also, if you wanted to like set up, because some people texture the top or whatever. But this is looking gorgeous. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say, if you don't really enjoy the full process, let me know below in the comments. And you just want like a faster making. Because I notice that people watch my videos only for about 10 minutes and then they flip it off. So if 10 minutes is about all you want, let me know and I can change the format and what I'm filming. Because we're already at like 17 minutes here. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you're interested in this sort of stuff. Should hopefully have more fun stuff coming soon. So we got our gold now. Now the fun part, right? Blackwood is a soap I've had from the very beginning, and it's sold out many, many times because people just keep coming back for it. It's like, it's the soap that they like. And people don't like change sometimes. Okay, last time I've done this, it's 3 lines is, my opinion, the best amount of gold to add to soap. This, this is mixed with olive oil. It might be too thin. As you can see, it's spreading out on the top here. So I'm going to try and make sure that we get that really well. So we're going to do a bunch of thin lines here. Ooh, kind of messed that one up. Three lines seems to be about the right amount to get them to pull across and have them all over the place, right? batter's got a little bit of tension to it, so it's set up a little bit. That gold down here is really kind of sitting on top, and it's really spreading out. I'm gonna try and get it really good down here. Okay, I'm gonna go around. This is something that I've been doing recently. Watch other people do it. I'm like, but it's nice to kind of pull the soap away from the edge. Great. So we got our gold on now, and now I like to make 3 lines on this bar. Doop, 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 and it goes through, and it goes. Go around it again. Gorgeous. Look how cute that is. Cute, sis. Okay, so with the magic of video, we're gonna come back tomorrow and we're gonna cut this, and you'll see what it looks like. I think this is going to, it's gonna probably not stay this dark, dark black. It'll turn slightly gray, like a gray black, because activated charcoal, it's really hard to get soap to stay really black. You have to put like a ton in. So, okay. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye! All right, and we're back the next day, and I did something stupid. I just cut the soap, not thinking like I should cut it as a team. It's just been beautiful outside, and I'm just like, I'm gonna cut it, and not thinking that, oh yeah, we made soap yesterday. So here is the finished goods. So I have my bars here. You can see the gold here. Looks pretty cool. Looks nice and smooth inside. Some more. Yes, I love how these turned out. They're so, I don't know, I just love a smooth, dark bar of soap. Looks real good. So once these are all beveled, they're gonna look real, real nice. So, sorry, I forgot to include you in the cutting, but you got to see how they turned out, and hopefully you'll feel confident to make a charcoal soap in the future, and leave comments below if you found this interesting, and if you'd like to see something like this in the future. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye.